Ethiopia's commitment to innovative approaches to address persistent challenges in the realm of green finance and renewable energy spotlighted at the UNDP's annual development conference, where experts, policymakers, and global implementers discussed the intersection of climate resilience and sustainable development. With a rapidly growing population, deforestation, and soil degradation exacerbating economic and environmental stresses, Ethiopia has adopted bold strategies to address challenges, including the Climate Resilience Green Economy Initiative. Economic advisor and team lead for UNDP's Ethiopia's Policy Development and Research Hub, Addis Ababa, explains what Ethiopia can do to deal with these challenges.
3 things Ethiopia can do. You have a strong government, but government and private sector need to talk more in the renewable space, especially in wind and solar. In many parts of Europe and Asia, private companies are doing wind and solar. So government doesn't have to do anything. It has to leverage resources and policies to allow private sector to come in, international and domestic. Number 1. Number 2, I think the strategy is to make a pipeline of projects. Let's look at communities across the country. Let's look at resilience projects. Let's look at feasibility studies, and then let's pitch that to the international donors, whether the Loss and Damage Fund, the GCF, the Adaptation Fund. People are waiting for project proposals. And the third thing is to have climate awareness. We have to be understanding that this climate change is not going to disappear. So we need to begin to adapt. Let's anticipate a problem and adapt to the problem rather than waiting for the problem to come.
It is stated that East Africa, including Ethiopia, has demonstrated progress by securing nearly $44 billion in climate finance from 2011 up to 2021. Additionally, agreements on carbon markets under the Paris Agreement provide mechanisms to generate and trade carbon credits, presenting another avenue for resource mobilization.
Ethiopia has just started looking at releasing carbon market roadmap. So this is at its infancy, as far as I understand. This is something that is underway. It is pretty important for that roadmap to be aligned with the Paris Agreement. And I think Ethiopia has a great potential when it comes to, for instance, boosting its renewable energy market through the support of instruments like green bonds or carbon markets. But again, I would like to underscore that it is really important for Ethiopia to be up to speed when it comes to global policy development, so that its roadmap already aligns and takes into account, for instance, what the countries have agreed on under the Paris Agreement and at each subsequent COP.
Ethiopia's renewable energy potential is immense in various areas such as wind, geothermal, hydro, solar. However, the nation needs to work hard to fully activate these potentials.
Hydro has huge potential. Solar and wind also have potential. Geothermal, we're on the fence. We are not 100% sure about geothermal, but Ethiopian renewable will surely double by 2030. At least double, if not more. Imagine 60,000 megawatt potential, 6,000 actual. So that's the gap. So Ethiopia has a long way to go to fully activate, but it's in the right path. We want it to accelerate.
The country's holistic approach offers valuable lessons for other African nations seeking to harness the power of their natural assets to address the climate crisis. Through innovative forestry management program, Ethiopia is positioning itself as a key player in the fight against climate change. According to UNDP's latest working paper on financing Ethiopia's green transition, Ethiopia's progress is a testament to its climate resilience and commitment to sustainable development despite a big gap between ambition and the required financing for implementation.